So AJ, with this wonderful life that you have lived thus far and continue to live, obviously, and you're still a tailor, you're still making gorgeous shirts, you have a business on the side, but you're also writing a book.
Yes, the book is kind of teamed up with a young guy named David Young that has really, these people have been involved with a project that will be coming out on a movie called Mina. And through Mina, I mean, it was quite an operation. It involved a tremendous amount of cocaine, I mean tons of cocaine and arms and all this stuff. So the life itself, you know, was exciting. However, I've got a couple of 3 bullet holes in me as a result.
Yes.
And some of the people in Hollywood are aware of this life. And so they have been after me for quite a while to share my story with all of these, all of these different people. There's just so many stories involved here. The CIA, and the largest covert operation in the world, the United States, that, and the mob, movies, 37 Broadway musicals on New York, Broadway. It's been a very interesting life. At the same time, where we started earlier here, talking about being in a driving rainstorm, which it was the most scary storm I've ever been in. And I, as a kid, I have an original quote. I used to do this, share it with my mother every time she'd be distressed or something back in those woods where we lived. I would say, "Mom, remember this, in every adversity there's always a seed of greater advantage." Well, I would do that, and she'd, "Oh, son," but now I'm in that rainstorm when John Houston picked me up outside of Albuquerque, New Mexico. I was saying, "God, I don't know what I've done. If you just get me out of this deal, this horrible storm alive, I promise you I'll never do anything this stupid again." And in every adversity, I know there's always a seed of greater advantage. So I look at today as though it's just been so unusual, Nellie, going back through. I mean, it's difficult for me to describe sitting here at your coffee time in a short amount of time. I hope your audience doesn't look at me as just an unusual, weird character, but there's so many things, and I encourage you, if not to promote or anything for myself out of selfish motives, but if you would really like to enjoy hearing about some of these stories, the book is called The Tailor, and there will be a movie made of the same name, and to me, it's exciting going back over the life. I cannot imagine.
It is, and AJ and I met 5 years ago almost now, and I was fascinated by his story. And now there's this great team assembled with David Young heading up the screenplay and Sal Manna writing the book with you, correct?
Sal Manna is the writer, a very, very, one of California, Hollywood's top people. And needless to say, Nellie, yourself, I think that the seed of greater advantage I have to put right up there on the top was the day I met you.
Well, I feel that way too. I really do, and the whole team assembled, and I cannot wait for people to read this book, The Tailor, because we don't have enough time to cover everything in this man's life that has been so fascinating, from working with presidents to mobsters to famous movie stars to just really managing to put himself in the right place at the right time all the time, because that's really the secret, isn't it?
Only thing that could do that was the thing that I definitely believe in with all of my heart. After all of the things that I've done, which I'm not so very proud of, I was innocent when I did them. I was not aware of the dangers of what drugs could do to people. However,
well, it was a different time. It was a different time, and it was a new thing. It was a new drug. Just look at now. Look, we're in America, and it's legal.
I know where I was going. The thing I always depended on was what I was asking God to do. To get me out of this, I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
Well, temptation is something, so I did a lot of things, but it was not with intentions of doing things to harm anybody.
No.
At the same time, I've dealt more drugs than anybody I know of. I have literally transported tons of cocaine,
Yes.
and I've been involved with the Central Intelligence Agency as far as their operation. I'm not saying I was ever one.
Yeah.
My pilot was.
Well, that makes me you must tell this story.
Yes.
He goes to do one final run because all the money he makes off the sale of the Tropicana gets lost in the silver market. And he says, I'm going to make one more run. And you made the mistake of flirting with somebody's girlfriend who then shot you.
Yes.
And then what did you do? You sewed yourself up. I mean, this is so Clint Eastwood.
Yes, it was just about like the good and bad and
yes, it is.
It's always, that's something that the cocaine was involved there. We're on this beautiful yacht sailing from Hollywood, Florida to Belize, to Belize. And it was never been such perfect weather in my life. We're drinking Cristal champagne, laying on the deck of that multi-million-dollar yacht and thinking, what have you ever really done to deserve that? And in the blink of an eye, he had this little girlfriend that says, AJ, you're taking me back to Las Vegas with you. And I shared with her, you're talking to the wrong man. You need to be talking to your man, which was Ron Brown. And she was offended at me as I was moving out of the galley with a nice champagne bucket, going back to enjoy the sun and the wonderful experience of being on the cruise.
And she threw you under a bus, didn't she? She threw you under a bus.
No, she threw me under the bus. She threw me under a locomotive. She told the captain, which was Ron Brown, her boyfriend, that I had approached her and I'm going to take her back to Las Vegas with me. And as I shared with you, drugs were involved and alcohol and stuff, and
guns.
He just lost it, and he was so offended. He just couldn't believe I would do a thing like that. And he came out with a .357 Magnum with a towel over his. I thought he was going to, because he was a friend of mine, I thought he was going to serve me some food or something. He served me a .357 in the right side of my stomach, and 2 shots in my left leg.
Wow.
And in reference to what you were asking there, Nellie, the end result, needless to say, there had to be also some fortune involved in it. So the last run, so you made reference to, was to be, look, I need to stick to my fashion business. And I can retire, really almost ready to retire. So my last run was scheduled to be it. And I had a lot of money. And needless to say, people in this country, have to deal with the Internal Revenue Service. So I had gathered, and I had discovered that they were taking a real hard look at me. I had too many connections, and this jealousy will follow anybody.
Yes.
So I put all this money in a big jeweler safe, and all the things that I had of value. I had remarried, and I had also, this is what I guess maybe a little bit of a penalty for me getting involved in drug business, because the little wife, she was a makeup artist in the film for the films. I let her. She was pretty smart. I don't know if it was anything to do with me that she was interested in, but she knew I had a lot of money, and so over a period of 5 years, she talked me into, and I say talk me, not meaning that my ego was going to be so outrageous. I feel that I could just do everything on my own as far as a real pretty young lady. She talked me into marrying her. I had all this stuff in the safe, and I had a brand new Rolls Royce Silver Spur, and we're in Dallas, Texas, and this safe I had was placed in a place called the Inwood Lock and Vault Company in Dallas, Texas. That's not a bank, but it's a safe place from the Internal Revenue Service, and I was the only safe in that big building. Cost me, I think, like $6,000 or $7,000 damage to the building getting it safe in there. This girl that had become addicted to the drug herself, got out there in her mind, and at a moment when she was making a very bad decision, for me anyway, she called the owner of that safe company about 1 o'clock in the morning and informed him, and keep in mind, now this guy and myself and her have become very good friends over the 2 or 3 years. So she informed him her mother was on a cruise ship, had a massive stroke, not expected to live, and she needed to get her passport out of that safe.
Oh no.
She took a pickup truck, or he sent one of his employees down there to the Emerald Lock and Vault Company and opened that place up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So
she cleaned it out.
The next morning, I think I had a feeling I need to probably remove her name from this sign-in. Well, I went to that Emerald Lock and Vault Company, and all of these things that I've shared with you and your audience here.
Yes.
All of the things up to that moment disappeared like a robin in the fall in 1 hour and 23 minutes.
It's this is just another testament to AJ, who continues to reinvent himself. So not only does he sew his own stomach up after his last cocaine run, then he builds another life for himself in Dallas, and he goes back to what he loves, which is being a tailor, and then all the money is taken. So so I just want to say he is still a tailor. I mean, you are still making shirts. Is there a place that people can buy these shirts?
Yes, there's a website.
Yes, and what's that?
It is AJ's Original Fashion.
.com.
And this was a thing I undertook way after retirement. And I was in a hospital bed when I did it, and I surfed it. And I had to find needle workers because I designed about 200 or 300 different designs of shirts for men and women. You just about have to see them to believe how you can do it.
He's wearing one, by the way. This is one of AJ's original fashions.
Yes.
My husband lives in these shirts, so just know that you can buy them at ajsoriginalfashions.com.
And to the people, this network is because of the respect I have for Fabian Sosa. That when you go on that website, if you should tour it, ajsoriginalfashions.co. It's not .com. It's .co.
Okay, sorry. That's ajsoriginalfashions.co. If you want to buy these shirts.
And you will see many designs there. I do things or did things in a hospital bed I didn't ever think of, but I do a lot of collar work, triple collars. Also, how much can you do to a shirt? Just go to that website and I'll show you.
So that's our guest today. This is AJ. There's AJ Pratt, Tailor to the Stars, incredible life, has a book coming out that he's writing with Sal Manna, and you must check out his fashion line at ajsoriginalfashions.co, not .com. So this has been Coffee Talk, brought to you by Telecolon. Thanks to Fabian Sosa. You've been watching Coffee Talk. Good night.
Thank you.